Hello and welcome back to another tutorial video. Today we're going to be recreating an effect from the Autumn Everything video directed by DotComNirvan. For this we're going to need Sapphire plugin. Sapphire, if you're a music video director or an aspiring music video director, I highly recommend you obtain Sapphire. It's a plugin that can be used in Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects. It has a bunch of presets and I just find them very useful in the workflow. It's got stuff from like glow, shake, just a whole bunch of other like stylistic looks. Yeah, I highly recommend it. And yeah, let's get into it. In order to key this out a little better, we're just gonna up the saturation and the vibrance so that the colors pop out a little more. And then we're gonna add key light. We're gonna take our eyedropper, drop it on. We're gonna go down to screen matte, clip black. Now we're gonna use our pen tool to crop out the area, the green screen. Also up the softness just a little bit. We're gonna rotate and scale down our subject. And now we are going to apply 3 solids. So these are going to be, so the first one is going to be gray. That's going to be our background. A white solid. For the white solid, that is going to go behind our subject. And we're going to scale that down just a little bit. Let's cut it down probably about like 50%. And then we're gonna hold control and pull one of the ends. And there we go. Now we are going to duplicate this white layer. All right, so we're gonna apply the effect Sapphire Green Static to our back white layer. Gonna up the black and white amplitude, throw that behind the white layer and scale it up. Also, by holding control, just make it look like it's like a border of the white one. Rename it Green Static. Scale up our subject. Apply the zebrify effect. We are going to bring down our source blur and bring down our frequency. Not too much though, or let's bring up our frequency. I'm gonna break it up into 2 separate clips and then add a transition in between those 2 separate clips so that we can have that set up for later. All right, so now that that's like that, we can duplicate our subject. And we're gonna make the smaller version, like the shadowed version in the back. Let's see, let's make him like half the size. And then we're going to go up and go to the rectangle tool and crop out his lower body. And then down here where it says mask, click add and click subtract. And boom, we've got half a key. We've got half of bro. Referring to our reference image, it was kind of like over his shoulder. So we're gonna try to match that as best as we can and make sure the back layer is on the bottom, is below the front one. Now we could do the same thing to the second clip. This is what we have so far. Another thing that I did notice in the video is that back layer, the back gray layer, had a flicker added to it. So we're gonna go over to Sapphire flicker and then we're gonna up the amplitude. Now we are going to add our face tracking. Select all of our clips, pre-compose them, go over to our tracker. If it's not there, you're just gonna go up to window, go down to tracker and check by it. We are going to click track motion. It's gonna give us this track point. We're gonna try to fit his head and keep it in this box. And then we're gonna go over to where it says transform and hit stabilize. Click the play button and then we're gonna wait for it to track. You could also do the tracks manually by just scrolling frame by frame and then adjusting the box. I wouldn't say, you don't really have to do it every single frame, but maybe every 3 to 4 frames. And then also we have 2 clips here, so when it does transfer into the other clip, you're gonna want to find that first frame of the other clip and bring your box all the way over and just adjust him to where he is. So once you have all your track points, you are gonna click apply and click OK, and boom, here's our clip tracked. We're also gonna add the effect motion tile. Motion tile is going to get rid of the black over here. It's gonna like reflect the clip on the edges. Where it says output width and output height, we're gonna bring those each up to 300 and check off mirror edges. We do see still a little bit of the other clip. We are just going to simply scale up our pre-composed layer. We're also gonna add a keyframe, just simply zooming in. So we can start from 116 and make our final keyframe like 140. Boom, I like the way this looks. It looks like we got the effect already, but there is one more thing we need to do. So we're gonna go back into our pre-composed layer, select all of our green screen clips, hit pre-compose, switches from clip 1 to clip 2. We are going to add a shake transition. So this is the first frame of the second clip. We're gonna hit the keys Control Shift D. We're gonna go over 1, 2, 3, 4 frames, Control Shift D, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go back another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna go back into our first clip, hit Control Shift D again, select those 2 middle ones, and I'm gonna add a shake to both. And then we're also gonna decrease our amplitude. Amplitude is how far it can go. This is not really gonna be too much of a shake. It's gonna be more like a twitch transition. Check off motion blur. Going to take those same settings from the first shake, copy and paste it onto the second clip. And there we've got our shake transition. And then we're gonna render this out and see what it finally looks like. So yeah, here we go. We've got our effect from the Autumn Everything music video. Thank you for watching. If you have any like tutorials you want to see on the channel, see things you want to see me go over, just hit the comments, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.